Dave was going off of this section 324 with all those building requirements, I'm very curious why. I mean, do we have any other section of the ordinance that specifically limits construction? Right. So, and he wasn't wrong to deny it for that. I mean, we're following the rules, so. Or the
So who followed the rules on the other ones that are all built around here?
I don't think they knew.
No.
I don't think they knew that they had to get anything. They had prints.
They turned it in for a pole building and Dave approved it. I mean, since he was being honest and did it as a dwelling.
There's a house around the corner that was clearly put
A
into a
house.
house. Yeah. They moved a house off the property and built one. So I doubt they applied for just a pole building. But it was built the same way.
Two wrongs don't make a right, so.
So we'll move to that for future.
We can do it at the same time we're doing the others. We're gonna change the wind and do the solar and do that whole same process. We can have an amended zoning. for all of it.
Other comments? Yes.
Jamie Snyder, Cato Township. Thank you guys for bringing up the wind thing. We really appreciate that. I've really been hounded by a lot of the citizens thinking that that ordinance had already been fixed. So we do appreciate it when we were out collecting signatures for recalls. You wouldn't believe how many people had your guys' backs and stood behind you and want to see it go back to the way that it was. So thank you for bringing that up and addressing it. I appreciate it.
Anybody else? Yes.
I'll have to agree with Jamie. I appreciate that, and I also appreciate you talking about the walking trail and whatever, because I know there's a lot of upset Cato people, not village people, but Cato people, that are getting kind of strong-armed into telling them that they're gonna have a trail going through their yard. And that's not setting very well with them, especially people with little kids running around. And I know that they've been visited by the village and been told that there's gonna be a trail going through their property, which is on the other side of Tamarack Road. And they're just not receiving it very well of this, wanting this walking trail and bike trail to go through all these properties in Cato Township. It's just not going good, so I hope you take a lot of look at that. But I appreciate everything you guys are doing.
I just wanna speak on the wind. I would love to see you guys take that and get it done, but I think we need to spend the energy definitely on getting the solar and all that stuff there, because if the township gets that power taken away, it's a moot point. And right now, we have a wind ordinance in there. I love that you wanna do it, but I think it's a moot point right now. I think let's get the solar and stuff. I mean, I don't wanna see a turbine here, period, but I think it's kind of time wasted in my opinion.
Why did the state wanna do this? They kinda wanna do this.
They're doing it really quick.
I'm hearing they're not getting a lot of support.
I can't imagine they get much support.
Well, the MTA did send a thing out and tell people that they are trying to push it through, so.
I heard within a week of them being back in
Within
session.
my household, I will just say this, everybody knows that Brandy is a supervisor. She had stuff sent to her by the MTA. It's kind of, it is getting pushed through, so for you to spend the issue of changing it back to the one that you guys, I think it's a wasted energy.
Yes.
Hi, Dawn Sweet, Pine Township. And just to put it in perspective, first of all, I have a centennial home that's slated to be inherited by my kids and my grandkids someday in Cato Township. 6th generation living on the family farm right now, and on either side of that family farm is land leased to wind. My kids won't live here in a community that would hurt them, and that will hurt them. I need you guys to do the wind ordinance. It'll take you 2 seconds, because you already got it done, to protect my kids and to protect this community and the character of this community. So please, it is a priority to me, because for generations we've owned that land, and we're gonna give it away if you don't protect it. So please, go back and do the wind ordinance. Secondly, as part of that, Whitmer introduced a plan that the legislation was slated to be introduced today in Lansing. And what that plan will do is make you useless. It's going to take control of our local communities out of the elected officials' hands, that is our township boards, and put it in the hands of unelected bureaucrats who don't feel any responsibility to people because they're not elected by us. We can't recall them, we can't unelect them or vote them out. So basically what this does is make you useless. It makes all of our township boards useless. And it robs people of the local control of their own communities. And it feels helpless. It feels like we're just gonna let it happen, but we can't. You guys have a direct voice to MTA. I don't have that voice like you do. MTA is a powerful force in this state. So I desire and expect that you guys who are on boards and PCs, please speak to MTA on our behalf. Tell them that the people you represent don't want this to happen and that MTA needs to stand up on our behalf. You guys, I mean, I don't think you want to be useless and out of a job. What I've seen you do is really good work. And I've been at the meetings where you guys have worked hard on behalf of the people in this community. And that's where I think the control should stay, with the people who are invested in this community. Because the farther away a governing body is from who it governs, the less likely they are to make good, informed decisions in our best interest. We need to keep it local, and I need you guys to help us do that. Please talk to MTA.
Thank you, Dan. Anybody else?
Kevin Murphy, Winfield Township. I agree completely on setting the ordinance back to what it was. The height and the sound was set. It was great. Everybody agreed on it. Everybody thought it was good. And then somebody on the board decided at the last time to bam, change the height, and bam, change the sound. There was recalls because of that. The township, the people all stood up and fought for it. The only reason they were recalled was because they voted on that. They wanted to go against what everybody wanted, what everybody thought was gonna happen. And it really would be the best of interest for you guys. You got the bull by the horn. You can say, hey, we're putting it back to where it was, because that's why there was a recall. It's no different than changing the speed limit in town, going at 55 is too fast. Let's go back to the safe zone. Let's go to 25. I really hope that you guys would do that. Thank you.
I have to agree with the same thing. You guys have got the ordinance in your hands that you presented to the board. How long is it gonna take you to pick up that ordinance and send it back to the board again? Like 2 minutes. They're not asking for any changes to it. We're not asking for you to make any adjustments or changes to whatever you did the first time. Everybody at the planning commission agreed on it, sent it to the board, and bam, it got zapped. So I agree with the rest of them. It needs to go back the way it was, and I can't believe this. It'd be a long, drawn-out process.
Still gotta have a public hearing on it.
Anybody else?
We're gonna be.
That's no big deal.
I'll close public comments. Next meeting, November 8th. We have motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
November 8th.
Thank you.